But the food bank program is so important, and that is why I was so glad that in the state of Texas this year we quadrupled our funding for food banks so that together they can reach out into the communities and ensure that all who qualify for any benefit program will know about it. When we focus on food banks, we are focusing on the poorest of the poor, but also the working poor, American citizens, people who are hungry, who have chronic hunger, whose children are very often hungry, and because they are, they don't do as well as they could in school. We know that in the United States, 1 in every 5 children is hungry. In South Texas, it's 1 out of every 2. We know that we are not only talking about the unemployed, but of the working poor, of American citizens whose children are hungry. So what can we do about it? Many, many things. Number 1, through the food banks of Texas and working with organizations such as the Beaumont Foundation, we can sponsor programs such as Kids Cafe, where children of all ages can come, no questions asked, after hours, after school, working with after-school programs to get food. We can sponsor programs such as the Backpack Program, which means that on Friday, a child will take home a backpack filled with enough nutritious food for the weekend. I'm hoping that it's getting better because our educational levels are rising. Our unemployment is lower than it has been in decades. It's unbelievable. So while the problem persists, believe it or not, there have been improvements. And we have more elected officials who understand these problems and who care about doing something about them.
Yes, we were part of a national study with America's Second Harvest, and indeed every other child in that study was evident that every other child is hungry. Nationally, it's 1 in 5, but in South Texas, it's every other child. It's still alarming because a lot of people don't believe it, because it is pretty shocking, and unless you see the kids in school, it's just hard to believe.
Are you defining hunger as the children not eating nutritionally balanced meals, or just going without food at all?
Not eating, period. Yeah. Nutrition aside. Forget nutrition. Just not eating, period. Yeah. The address it's not improving, no. And our resources are very low all across the country. All the food banks are very low right now, for a variety of reasons. The cost of food has gone up. And so like with USDA, the money has stayed the same in the Farm Bill since 2002. So that money doesn't buy today what it did 5 years ago. So that's one. We're getting like 6 trailer loads less every year. And that's significant.
6 trailer loads in the valley?
Yes, at our food bank alone. And that's hitting every other food bank too, depending on what their dollar amounts are that's allocated to their food bank. And it's startling, and it's a little bit scary right now.